So I'm Ninja Online, guys, and welcome to Alan Wake's American Nightmare. I finally said the friggin' DLC, well, the standalone DLC title right. Whenever we were playing Alan Wake or whatever else, I kept thinking it was something else. I don't know why, but I kept thinking it was something else, so I wasn't saying it right. That's what it is, Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Like I said, it's like a standalone DLC type. I was told by a friend it's a arcade-style game, and I mean, there's arcade action here, so who knows. I think I fixed all the options before we started. I haven't played any of this, so it's another completely blind playthrough. I haven't even really seen anything on this, so I haven't seen anything on this, so let's go ahead and start new story. Go normal. Somewhere in Arizona. Written by Alan Wake.
The man before you is a champion of light. He is part of a conflict between darkness and light that is both ancient and eternal. He is chasing a dangerous quarry, the Herald of Darkness. His evil doppelganger, known only as Mr. Scratch.
Maybe. But what are you gonna do then? By then, I'll have had my hands on everything you love.
One hell of a cinematic, jeez.
The man has been brutally spat out from the darkness that surrounds the shores of our reality. He has come to fight a decisive battle in Night Springs.
God. I have to say, I like this new HUD right now. It's definitely a better looking HUD. I do know there's collectibles in it. I'm gonna try to be as perceptive as I can, like I did with the last game about collectibles. And I am using a controller again, obviously. Oh God. Definitely feels the same. It just looks a little bit better, my opinion. 9mm pistol, eh? Right on.
It's gonna be like that again, huh?
There we go. I don't know if tapping the X button reloads this faster, considering it's a magazine. It's not like I'm putting
in
in...
life, the man was a writer. He still practices that art, forging weapons of war out of ideas. But the violent currents that brought him here have scattered the pages he has written.
It's not like you're putting in the bullets manually. So there's 53 manuscript pages on this one. Alan Wake, the writer.
My name is Alan Wake, and I'm a writer. I didn't become one overnight. Like most writers, I struggled with it. A short story here, an article there. Then I got lucky and spent a year as a staff writer on the Night Springs TV show. It wasn't the great American novel of my fantasies, but it taught me discipline and craft, and the difference between wanting to be a writer and actually writing.
I like those. Those are kind of cool. The way they did it, the new way. Anything over here for me? Didn't look like it. Now, to be completely honest, this game is probably
Lights of the motel
every
promise
time.
safety. The man senses that the solution to his predicament begins there.
I was gonna say, to be completely honest, this game was probably easier to play without, like, with mouse and keyboard, opposed to controllers, because it's I don't know.
Somewhere within the Earth, space itself has been pierced, and from dark depths runs a steady flow of monsters. The man recognizes the hand of his evil double in this. He knows he must put an end to this madness.
That's right behind me. Sometimes running away is the best option. Brightly lit areas can provide a safe haven from enemies. Alright, let's go.
I can't stay here now.
I want to obviously be on the lookout for any collectibles too. It's getting closer. Take that.
It's a little sad how many problems you can solve in one shot.
No, as I was saying before, I kind of just stopped because I was cut off. I mean, it's apparent, right? Because most games, if you have to aim, mouse is just better because it's more direct. But this game too, for just I don't know what reason. Safe haven formed by bright light heals you. It's also a checkpoint. Okay, so we have to go that way, but seems like there's a lot more. Wonder what this is. Unlock weapon crates by finding hidden manuscript pages and blast your enemies with serious firepower. So I need 3 manuscript pages and I can unlock that. So that's even more of an incentive to look around. I can see them all up there. Look at them all. Something on the ground over there, but I don't think it's a manuscript page. I think it's just it springs 15. I think it's just ammo. Now the problem I'm gonna have here is they're gonna keep up spawning, so I gotta be quick about my looking around. I don't really know what the boundaries are either. It kind of seems like there isn't none, or isn't any right now. Can't get up there. Let's collect all that ammo and crap that I found over here. Flares. Ooh, a flare gun. It's definitely more fluent too. This the pickup stuff and whatnot. Looks like there's a manuscript page right there. Even shows up on the mini map. That's kind of cool. The devil is in the details.
To change reality, you nudge it into the right direction. Your version of it is there, waiting. It wants to come true. All you need to do is help it achieve its potential. The devil is in the details. You change the details of the scene to match those on the page. If you get the details right, if you achieve that critical mass, the shift will come, and the rest of your new reality overrides the existing paradigm. The lie, no matter how outrageous, is now the truth.
I mean, it makes sense. Doesn't look like there's any more of the Taken. But watch, they're gonna like sneak up on me somewhere. I don't know how far I'm willing to go. So I think after we explore this, I might turn back. If I can't explore it. It's locked. Okay, let me collect this, and then we'll turn back so I can get that SMG. Rewriting reality.
The reality we take for granted is softer, more adaptable than we think. Under correct conditions, you can reshape it, turn it into almost anything you want. When it happens, almost nobody notices. It's not that we forget, it's that after the change, there's nothing to remember. Only those who have been directly touched by the powers that can shift reality are aware of the changes. Many are driven mad by it, others can cope. I'm one of those people, and I know how to wield that power to rewrite reality.
Alright, we have 3, so now we can go back and open that, excuse me, that cache. Looks like there's another one right there, too. Wonder how far over I can actually go, though. Because I didn't really realize at first, but it was a huge game. Oh, it's a TV, but there is one over there. Yeah, it was a huge game. Like, at certain parts, for example, the Anderson farm, it shows you where the farm is. And you walk, well, most of the way. You drive a little bit of the way, too. But you make your way all over there in that one scene. And it's like, really?
I guess it's about time I went full auto.
Jesus. Somebody in the garage. I don't know if I want to investigate it straight out yet. Looks like all of our favorite things are still around. The TVs and the radios and whatnot. Yeah, we won't go say hi to that lady just yet. Alright, let's go to this and listen to it.
Well, here you are, about to enjoy another cool Arizona night with me, Eddie Rodman, the host with the boast. Hey, any of you guys remember Old Gods of Asgard? Man, I actually saw them twice back in the 70s. I was just a kid then, but my dad worked at this club, and he'd sneak me in to see bands all the time, you know. Just talk about an education. Anyway, great band, couple of great albums, solid fan base, and then they kind of dropped off the face of the earth. Well, now, almost 4 decades later, they're making a comeback. And let me tell you, these boys have seen a lot of road. They're some serious rock and roll veterans, because they weren't too young even back in the day. Well, now I've got Odin and Tor Anderson, 2 of the original Old Gods, in the studio with me, along with their manager, Barry Wheeler. Nice to have you guys here.
Oh, hey, great to be here, Eddie.
Yeah, hey. Hello. Now, boys, let me just come out and say this, all right? Spring chickens, you ain't. I mean, you guys, you make the Stones look young.
You're only as old as you feel.
Who you calling old? Now, your last album was 1978, In the Valley of My Shadow. And then you stopped playing altogether after that. Why? And what made you do a comeback after all this time?
Well, it was a sad thing. See, the original bass player for Old Gods, Fat Bob Balder, passed away in...
Leukemia! Bob had leukemia, poor bastard. Yeah, after that, we didn't feel like playing no more.
Long story short, I ran into these guys up in Washington, and it was obvious to me that they still got it. So I figured, hey, let's make some music, right? And they went for it.
Now, Barry, you were a literary agent before this, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you were very successful. You represented Alan Wake, I believe, who disappeared under mysterious...
Yeah, that's... Hey, I just want to talk about Old Gods tonight. Is that cool? Can we do that?
Oh, yeah, sure. Listen, why don't we take a little break, and then later on in the program, we'll hear the new Old Gods single. Stay tuned, folks.
Well, at least Barry landed on his feet.
Yeah, really. See what's up here first. There definitely was collectibles in the back by the trailer. I don't know if I'm supposed to go there after anyways, but I'm gonna go there right now. flares over there.
Oh, hell. This isn't gonna be good.
Is this on? How can you tell? I'm sorry, I'm not very good with gadgets. That's more like it. I'll be right with you. I just gotta do this one thing. I like it quiet. I bet you're wondering why this is happening. Why am I doing all this? Why am I so hell-bent on ruining your life? You're cramping my style. You've got money, fame, everything you could want. But you don't know what to do with it. I do. I'm getting all the things you never had the balls to go for. Having more fun, too. Do you know the real difference between us? I'm not afraid to be the center of attention. This poor slob's just collateral damage, really. I mean, made some information out of him earlier. But this part? This is just for kicks. So quiet.
Alrighty then. There's flares behind me too, but I want to get this first. Pages and instincts.
I know that when I arrive, the clarity of vision I have now may disappear. I've made my plans. I've prepared for this. But I know the transition from the dark place will be hard on me. And not just physically. It may affect my mind, my memory. These pages should help me remember and focus. That's worked for me before. Even if that fails, I think I will be able to trust my instincts. I'm navigating my own story. I'm hoping I'll know where to go and what to do, even if the details elude me.
Alright, let's go get the flails. We'll double back, pick up whatever was in the little kit thing there, and then we'll talk to that woman, I guess.
Hello?
Escape the taken to the motel. For our current weapon, it's telling me that there's something here still. Maybe I can get to it through the next room. There's something in this room. I just need to know how to get it. That just flash? See if I can figure out how to get in there. There's gotta be a way. Maybe she opens it for us after. Oh, so these like stay there and respawn, I guess. It must do something. In any case, I don't know how to get that. Let's just talk to her and continue on, I guess.
Hey, it's you. There. You remember me, right? Emma? Emma Sloan?
I think you might have something that belongs to me.
Really?
A typewritten page?
Oh, yeah, that's weird. I did find a page like that. I don't even know where it came from. It was all this weird stuff about the oil derrick and a satellite.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, I don't know how you knew I had it, but I guess it's yours. Listen, what's this all about? There are these really creepy guys hanging around the oil derricks. There's something really weird about them.
They're dangerous. I'm gonna deal with them. Try to stay out of their sight, okay? And stay in the light. They hate the light.
New reality, the satellite.
At the oil derrick, the wheel had been jammed in place and turned until the oil gurgled and flowed thick and flammable. The warning lights were blinking in a fast rhythm, bright and steady, powered by the battery. The Kasabian CD was playing in the boombox, all distorted guitars and intense beat. High above, some piece of orbital junk or another collided with the satellite, knocking it radically off course. Trailing debris, it screamed down from the skies at an impossibly steep angle. All that high-tech engineering reduced to nothing more than a bullet that would destroy whatever it hit. Just to be clear, you should know that we haven't actually met before.
Sure we have, Mr. Wake. Remember you stayed at the motel here.
No, the guy you're talking about just looks like me, even if he uses my name. He's behind all this trouble.
Oh, I thought, now that you mention it, I guess your aura looks a lot nicer than his, actually. I'm very sensitive to things like that.
There's a bunch of stuff I need to find.
The things mentioned on that page? Well, there's a lot of old crap lying around this place.
Great, thanks.
I think you should be able to find everything, except the satellite, obviously. Are you gonna tell me what this is?
I don't think that'd go over too well.
Why don't you let me be the judge of that?
Fine. The page is a formula for rewriting reality. Either I use it to close a strange portal to a place that isn't in our world, or shadowy serial killer monster things keep pouring out of there.
Yeah, you were right the first time.
You can think what you want about me, but there's still bad guys around. Be careful.
Well, you might be nuts, but I've seen the way they move, the way they look. I'll buy that.
They're called Taken. They aren't really human. Not anymore.
And they're climbing out of the oil well? What, do they have secret headquarters down there, or...?
No, that's just where the point of connection is. It's a hole that leads to, well, it's a really nasty place. That's why I need to close it.
And the guy who looks like you opened it, because he was hanging around the oil field before.
He gets around, unfortunately. Thanks for helping me.
Oh, I wish I thought you were just a nutcase.
Actually, I kind of expected you to.
Me too. But I feel like this is how it's supposed to go. Isn't that weird?
Not really. I get that a lot in my line of work.
What do you do anyway?
I'm a writer.
Obviously.
What was that you said about my aura?
Oh, I'm very spiritual, you know. I can see auras, but I only use it for healing and helping people. I'm like a wise woman, you know? I give people insight and advice.
Look, just because I say crazy things doesn't mean I believe everything.
Don't be like that. Maybe you should take a few crystals with you if you're going out there. It might be dangerous. They soothe your energies and focus your mind. It's fantastic.
And they help me take out the bad guys?
Oh, well, no, not as such.
Yeah, okay. I think I'm...
Or I have some wonderfully potent herbal detox suppositories.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
I was starting to think that it would never end. I'm not gonna switch the Uzi for a nail gun, but it's tempting. I still want to know how to get that friggin' page in there.
The Champion of Light recognizes the page he got from the woman. It is a weapon of his own design, custom engineered to destroy the Dark Portal. If he recreates the conditions of the page, a great power will be unleashed.
Unfortunately, I don't have like a map or anything like that. There's a diner to the north I could try running to. Or I could look for the things I need. The main map on the top left-hand corner of the screen shows your current objectives. Locations of ammo boxes and safe havens are also shown as icons. Blinking question marks indicate a hidden manuscript page nearby. I doubt I could drive this, but we're gonna take a look anyways. We might as well head to the north. See if I can get into that diner. There has to be like some collectibles up here and whatnot anyways. There's a collectible right there. Seen it on the little oil derrick. What do we got this time? Hunting Mr. Scratch.
Mr. is a twisted copy of me, powerful and dangerous. But I know I can fight him. I don't think anybody else can. They don't understand what he is, what he represents, or that all the horrible things he does here are almost insignificant compared to what he will unleash on Earth given the chance. But I've survived the dark place, and it has taught me things. How to cope, how to stay sane when the world goes crazy. He's 2 steps ahead of me, but I can find him, and I believe I can stop him.
Of course that light went out. Still want to check this diner. Sure, there's something here. Shotgun ammo I don't need. There's a page right there. Of course. Too many
The
legs.
strands of webbing glistened in the beam of my flashlight, fine, almost ethereal. They were fresh and right in my path. I held my breath and waited, ears straining. Nothing. I moved on, concentrating on the task at hand. Just get what I was looking for, then leave. That's all I keep telling myself. For a moment, I actually thought it might be as simple as that. Then, I heard too many legs skittering across the ground.
Take out these guys. Right there. Cool. Still can't get in there, unfortunately. Grab these. Don't need them. How many flares I have? 5? Wow. Really decreased the limit. We'll see if we can get in here. If not, then I'll pick up that ammo box that was around the corner and we'll head down to figures. Head down to where I have to go. Doesn't look like there's really anything in there for me anyways. Let's head back. I'll get to that checkpoint and then we'll progress on. Still another one.